clinical directors, to all my forward thinkers out here today. We have an amazing topic that Maria wants to discuss, and it's near and dear to her heart.
Yes.
And I am so excited about this topic. So Maria, tell us a little bit about this topic that you want to discuss.
Hi guys, my name is Maria Cunha. I'm the Director of Psychology of Forward Thinking. And yes, the topic today is about toxic and abusive relationships and how can affect our emotions, our psychological, and our well-being. Okay, so as you know, and we've been working together for many years, helping many women. Weight loss is very emotional, psychological. So a lot of times when I discuss with my patients and my clients, a lot of them that they're, accomplishing their goals, or they accomplish their goals and they're, they fell out of track or they're coming back. There's some emotional connection to it. Something, some event, something happened. And today I want to talk about the relationships, right? Understanding what type of relationship are we dealing with. Do we even know if we're in a toxic, abusive relationship? Do we even understand what is a healthy relationship and how it affects our daily routines, our decisions, how we take care of ourselves, our mind, our bodies? Okay. Mm-hmm. So from the physical perspective, I wanted to tell me a little bit what you have seen our clients or patients that are going through those emotional roller coasters.
When you're talking about health, wellness, vitality, weight loss, you have to understand that there's two things that affect them: extrinsic and intrinsic factors. So today we're going to talk about the relationship is an extrinsic factor. So if you're in a relationship and that relationship is toxic or abusive, it's going to put a stress on you. That stress itself will manifest itself physically. In the beginning, we deal with what we know as acute stress. So we may not really see any outward physical manifestation of that acute stress. But unresolved stress becomes chronic stress. With chronic stress, what we're looking at is lack of sleep. So if you have lack of sleep, the one thing you can for sure see is that your decision-making capabilities are going to be off. So here we go. The type of foods we choose, the type of things that we decide to engage in.
Right.
So whether we get in or out of our beds to be part of a activity or engage with others, it's going to affect how we deal with others. Now, as time progresses, those physical manifestations will start to become worse. We have seen that people in these type of relationships have even developed autoimmune type of diseases over a long period of time.
That's a great point, because a lot of times we don't understand what types of abusive or toxic relationships are. It's not sometimes physical and emotional, psychological, but what type of emotions that brings. Meaning, when you're going through emotional and let's say intimidation, what is that? You're in fear all the time. So that probably has to do with the autoimmune, because all the time you're tense, you're in fear. If you don't do the right thing because you're afraid of your partner, what's gonna happen? Imagine you 24 hours thinking what's gonna happen if I'm in fear.
You live under constant anxiety.
There you go.
So here we are. We're changing our chemical structure. We're changing our physiology because we're in this environment in where it's causing us massive stress.
Right.
Massive stress leads to physical manifestation of weight gain, headaches, anxiety, depression, and even at times we even see elevations in blood pressure. We see adrenal dysfunctions. We see thyroid dysfunction. We see hormonal dysfunction. And this is from a toxic relationship.
Great point, Alice, because a lot of times as women, because we've been doing this for many years, so we study this, we're professionals dealing with this. But, back in the day, we're all humans. I've also been in good relationships, bad relationships. Probably you have too.
Yeah.
When you're not in this field, you really don't pay attention to how you feel. You might think it's just part of, living, part of being stressed, part of being anxious, part of being in a relationship. And when I talk to my patients, I said, no, this is not part of being in a relationship. Do you understand what is a healthy relationship?
Yeah, like I always ask my patient, when was the last time you felt your best? And that question for many people, it's a very difficult question because sometimes we don't even know what it is to feel our best. We've been in a situation for so long that it becomes our norm. It becomes our status quo.
Yes, because you feel comfortable, because that's how our brain sometimes works. We go back to what is familiar to us, but what is familiar to us, it might be killing us inside.
Exactly. The toxic relation will condition us to think that this is our norm.
Right.
This is what makes me feel good, or this is how I'm supposed to feel.
Yes.
Until, most of the time when you remove the person from the toxic relationship, you give them tools and avenues where they can see better, or they can actually heal themselves.
Right.
And they finally realize, oh my God, I don't even know what it felt to feel good,
Now, one of the things I love about, what we do for a living, again, this is my passion, our passion, is they change. When you start working on yourself, when you start feeling better about yourself, you start making better choices, not only with yourself, but with your surroundings. You start question what type of people are, you open the door, because it start affecting you. You see the change in yourself, you start feeling better, you start believing in yourself, your self-esteem start getting better. So the choices you make are gonna be best. You're gonna focus on people that actually want the best for you, that want to see you grow, that want to see you be successful, that actually gonna love you.
That is exactly true. So when it comes to health, wellness, weight loss, vitality, know that you have to work on both, not just the internal, but you do have to work in the external. Because if you do not work on that external, and that external could be, again, guys, remember, toxic relationships, we're not just talking about a relationship between you and a significant other.
Yeah.
A toxic relation could be a place of employment.
Yes.
It could be friendships. It could be family. members. So
Yes.
those, you have to really assess your environment. And sometimes when you're trying to get healthy, you have to detach yourself from these environments, because you find that the weight loss, if it's weight loss goals you have, it's difficult. I'm always starting, and I'm never finishing, and always restarting and restarting my program. If it's wellness goals that you're having, you're just not getting any leverage on these chronic conditions that you have. If it's vitality, well, you're shorting your lifespan and your health span. Yeah.
And a lot of times, like I always say, the language is our language. The way we talk to ourselves and the way we hear people talking to us is powerful. So imagine you're trying to get better. Imagine you're trying to lose weight, and you have a toxic person next to you telling you, oh, you can't do it, oh, you're not good enough, oh, you're already fat. Because those are the conversations that I hear from my clients, our patients. So how you're going to believe in yourself if the person that says it loves you, and again, it can be family, it can be friends, it can be your partner, it's pushing you down.
Yeah. The perfect analogy I can give to this whole situation, it's like this, guys. You have a plant, right? And you take that plant and you plant it in soil that is rocky, it's not well maintained, it's getting water, very toxic water. That plant is not going to flourish. Take that same plant, take it out of that environment, put it in an environment where the soil is rich, there's a lot of minerals. That plant is going to flourish. And that is us.
Yeah.
We're human beings. We're connected to everything there is in this environment. If we are in areas where the energy is low, we will not flourish. So protect your energy.
Yes, guys. So if we don't grow, we die. But first, we need to take care of each other first, because that's another thing. When you can take care of each other, you can love yourself. You need to be happy with yourself to even think about being happy with somebody else. And sometimes we lack that. We are, as humans, want to look for love so bad, but the love starts with us. I need to feel good about myself. I need to love myself. Then I start creating better and healthier relationships.
Yeah, that's why I love our program here at Forward Thinking, especially our brief therapy program, because sometimes it's good to talk to someone that's impartial.
Yeah.
To help you see or to understand what it is that you're exactly feeling. So I think you do a great job, Maria.
Thank you. And I love to help you guys. Like I said, this is my passion, and as a woman, I understand, because I've been there. Just because I'm here doesn't make me perfect. I love to talk about my relationships too. Not today, but but yeah, that's what we do. And I have a great team that help us with the physical part, because I always tell this, when you're trying to make changes, you need to feel great. You need to wake up with that energy, and you need that physical part to help you with that, with the vitamins, with the minerals, with everything that we do here to help us get connected better.
Exactly. So wellness, weight loss, vitality, always remember there are intrinsic and extrinsic factors that affect these different modalities. So we have to work together we have to work on all levels to actually optimize those different modalities.
Yeah. So we're here. We're gonna, get you in the best version of yourself. And yeah, we love you guys.